couple things. Obviously, man, disappointment. You hurt for every one of those players in that locker room. You don't know how a game's going to unfold and then how it began to unfold. I liked early on the way I felt like most of the first half we played on their side of the field. We didn't score enough points offensively or capitalize on that field position. The turnovers hurt us, and we had our opportunities, but starts with the head coach, the rest of our staff. Tip our hats to New England. It was a hard-fought game. I thought defensively, like you don't know that it's going to be like this 3-point game, but it became apparent that with each possession, a field goal, that type of thing was going to be real important. We weren't able to get it done, and it's tough, especially in this game. Any questions?
Sean, you mentioned the field goal. What was the decision making on the 4th and 1 early in the second quarter to go for it?
Yeah, I just felt like, man, we had momentum to get up 14. I felt like we had a good call. And where were we at yard line wise there? Yeah, I think the feeling was, man, let's be aggressive. To get up 14. I was just watching the way our defense was playing, and the turnover on our end resulting in a touchdown, and outside of that, man, I thought we did a good job in containing them. There'll be a number of things when we watch the tape I'll look at and critique and pay close attention to, but it was a hard-fought game, and we didn't do enough to win it.
Coach, to your left, how much did the weather in the second half really impact the offensive play calling and Jarrett Stidham?
I think it's more the ball. We had a little bit of the breeze, so we decided in the third quarter they're getting the ball, so we decided to go into the win in the third quarter. But it picked up. I know we talked a lot about footing, ball security, as the conditions changed, that became something that our players had to be, real mindful of. There were certain throws, though, that we weren't going to call, we just didn't do enough in the run game or in the pass game.
Obviously, Coach Jarrett was put in a tough situation to have to start this. On the initial turnover that they turned into points, what did you see? And was the last one a designed play to Mims, or was that just him trying to give him a chance to make a play?
I think it was him. He hit Mims earlier, if you recall. And so, you have your backside read, your front side read. On the turnover, I know it was reviewed. It's always hard from the field level as a backward pass. Then that was the frustrating thing. When you play that back and forth, we were playing well enough defensively where, that was a big play. If you said a turning point play but I couldn't really tell on the angle of the backward pass.
Yeah, Sean, just what did you think of how Stidham played today?
Oh, I thought he fought hard in tough conditions. I think we're going to look at the film. I know this. I'm going to look at it and be critical of myself. And I think there were a number of things that we just had to do better. We didn't finish some runs. We dropped some passes again. Felt like that was a problem all year. Early when we had the momentum, we didn't like. It felt like, let's just say, most of the first half, and we didn't come away with enough, having had that momentum and that field position.
Coach, do you have regrets for not taking the field goal and going up 10-0?
There's always regrets, Yeah, I mean, look, I felt like, here we are, 4th and 1. We felt close enough that, and it's also a call you make based on the team you're playing and how what you're watching on the other side of the ball. So yeah, there'll always be second thoughts.
Back to 4th and 1. You said you liked the play call. Why did you like that call as opposed to a run?
Well, we ended up in a 6-1 front. They ended up playing a heavy 6-1. There was a clock stoppage, so we had a nickel run called, and then I don't know if there was a timeout or they called one, but it's a slipper naked that we've run pretty well. They played a 6-1 front with a kind of a 2-deep shell, so the run look was going to be, hindsight, the initial sub run thought was a better decision.
Sean, in the back, you said you might look at yourself critically after you look
Always,
at the
yeah.
tape. Yeah, what specifically do you think, just thinking about it right now, that you would be critical of yourself?
Well, decisions like that, the tough ones, 4th and 1. Frustrated. I felt like we'd be able to run the ball more consistently. I thought that was going to be important. We felt like we had one of our better run plans going in. I got to see the film. We got, I would say, right from the beginning, we got a good mix of pressure. We hit some big plays. But I think the big thing was that first half, momentum and field position didn't yield what it needed to yield. We needed more than that. And they'll start there. All right, thank you.
Yeah, Jarrett. Yeah, it started so well for you guys, and it kind of flipped on that 4th and 1 at their 14. You pass up the 3 points, and just tell why you think that was such a big momentum change there.
Yeah, I mean, I thought really that I felt like the first half we really moved the ball pretty well at times, and we were kind of moving the ball really well on that drive, and you get an opportunity, 4th and 1, and convert and try to go up 14 if you can. I mean, that's that's part of it. So it just didn't work out on that one play, and that's just football.
Jarrett, can you just take us through the emotions that you felt kind of on the day, and then I guess in the locker room as well?
Yeah, no, I mean, I felt good going into the game and everything. Just normal routine and business as usual. So from my standpoint, it felt great, and I know the team felt great going into the game. So nothing changed from that standpoint.
Jarrett, to your right, just your view of the backward pass, the ruling that was the backward pass.
Yeah, obviously I can't put our team in a bad position like that. I was trying to throw it away to TB. He was in the area, and the pressure, he just got up on me real fast, and I was just trying to get rid of it. And like I said, I can't put the ball in the in a position like that. So that was completely on me.
Did you think it was a backward pass?
No, I thought I had thrown it forwards, and then obviously the replay or whatever said differently. So like I said, just probably should have just eaten the sack anyway, and let Jeremy and the punt team punt it down the field and flip the field. But like I said, I can't do that.
Jarrett, to your left, Sean was saying that he thought the first half there were just too many missed opportunities, that was a time where you had to get those points. I guess as you reflect back, did it feel like maybe you could have been at the break with more points, or I guess how would you evaluate how you're able to take advantage of those opportunities in the first half?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I thought we moved the ball fairly well throughout the first half, and yeah, there's just left some points out there for whatever the reason was, and yeah, just got to look at the film, see how we can take advantage of some opportunities, and that sort of thing. But yeah, we'll definitely learn from it.
Hey, Jarrett, how did in the second half, how did the swirling wind and the snow when it came in, how did that affect things and what you were able to do?
Yeah, look, I mean, the conditions are what they are. I mean, both teams were playing in it, so I think we only had a handful of plays in the third quarter when we were going into the wind that way, and in the fourth quarter, it was just back and forth, and trying to make plays. So, like I said, I mean, the conditions are what they are. I mean, both teams had to do it. So,
Jarrett, I feel like after every game I ask Bo about the play of the defense, but can you just talk about what they brought today?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the defense, they played their tails off tonight. It was pretty remarkable to see. I mean, New England has a great offense, great coordinator, great quarterback, a lot of great players. So what they were able to do tonight was super impressive. I just felt like whenever I gave them the short field, really hard for me to swallow that one, because I just put them in a terrible spot. So hats off to them. They played outstanding and played good enough to win.
I just heard you that conditions are what they are and not an excuse, and both teams have it. What was the toughest part offensively about the conditions in the second half?
I mean, it's hard to say like one thing. You can't really say it's the footing. I mean, everybody's got to run around and cut and do those types of things. I think it's just one of those times where you got to find little completions here and there. If it's running the ball, you just got to find something that kind of sticks. And we were trying to do our best to find that, and just weren't able to move the ball in the second half. What's that?
Harder to throw the ball in those conditions.
I mean, yeah. I mean, anytime there's conditions, there's certainly. But like I said, I mean, I was dealing with it. Drake was dealing with it, and it is what it is. So you can't really make an excuse for it.
Jared over here. The city getting behind you, obviously your teammates all week. I mean, I know not the outcome you wanted, but what did this opportunity to be on the stage mean to you, and especially with kind of what you showed in the first half before the conditions turned?
Yeah, no. I mean, it was fun to get back out there with the guys. I mean, moments like this is why you play the game. This is why you grow up playing the game of football, and all the long hours that you put into it. Off season, in season, all those things. I mean, this is why we do what we do. So, I was obviously super excited for the opportunity today, and just hate that we fell short.
Did Bo say anything to you after the game?
What's that?
Did Bo say anything to you after the game?
He did. Yeah, we talked in the locker room. As soon as I came in, and yeah, had a good little combo. I'll keep that private, but yeah, he was supportive all week, and I mean, he's an incredible human, incredible teammate, and yeah, very lucky to have him here.
Okay. Thank you very much, Jared.
Cool. Thanks, guys.